my hair look?
Hair looks good, bro.
Am I talking to you?
Yeah,
Am I talking
you're
to
looking at
camera?
that, talking to me.
All right. Let's go.
Here with Chase Pami, Gold Rush Wrestling Club. Had a chance to visit with you a couple weeks ago at NCAAs, and we talked about how we'd meet up here again. This is my first time here. I think it's awesome. As a coach, what are your thoughts on the tournament?
I think PNL, like, we've talked about this for a while, right? Having a league, sort of like gymnastics and some of these other programs, some of these other sports, right? I think it's really good for what the future of wrestling is going to look like, right? I don't know. It may turn more club, but I think for me as like a club owner and especially like on the business side of things, right? Like, hey, it's not easy to get into PNL, and I think it's great for our sport. You're bringing the best teams together in the country from all these different states. So the competition level's high, but I think there's always going to be kinks and stuff to continue to work out. But overall, as an event and the direction of where it's going, I think it's something super, super exciting right now.
Yeah, for sure. And the exclusivity part of it is something that's really worth talking about because, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry's Wrestling Club can't just show up here. It's an invite only. And, I was calling the finals and semis, and a bunch of your kids were in it. Some of them won, some of them lost, like everything else in the world. But, like right away, the attitude, like you guys are patting them on the butt. They're literally walking off, and people are showing them what they could do a little better or what they did right. And it feels like this environment really fosters that.
I think you've got a high-level coaches at all these different programs, right? You talk about Izzy Style, you talk about M2, right? You talk about Ironclad and Sanderson and Askren and coaches that are around high-level wrestlers, that are high-level wrestlers and coaches themselves. I think that brings an element to the game of, yeah, we're still competitive. We love to win. We hate to lose, right? But we understand, I think, as a culture that our kids are progressing, right? Our kids are getting better and slowly getting better. It doesn't happen overnight. And I think that high-level thinking of wrestling is there amongst all the coaches and the people that are here. So I think sometimes it's hard when you have smaller clubs and people with not a lot of experience of coaching, right? Like, hey, coaching is development, coaching is progress. And so I think PNL is really fostering that culture and really fostering that kind of environment, which personally I love. I'm a progress, process-orientated person, right? And so high levels, it's great to see that, right?
Well, it's interesting because I'm lucky in my line of work. I get to talk to the bright guys of the sport like yourself, and they understand it's the whole everything matters but nothing matters, right? Like, you win today, we're still like, you still got to put the trash out on Monday, and if you lose this day, you still got practice on Monday. And to watch all these like-minded people, like guys like yourself, the other people you named and the other coaches that are here, I just think these kids may not even realize how truly blessed they are to have you guys as coaches. So it's awesome from the outside watching you guys. I just want to say that.
Yeah, I love you saying that about, hey, Monday, we're going to do the same thing whether we win or lose. We're going to get better. Funny, we're University of Nebraska, right? Jordan Burroughs, good friend of mine, long time, years training together, traveling. And one time I asked him, I said, hey, how have you continued to stay at the top all these years? You've had some bumps in the road. And he explained, when I was coming up through the sport, I didn't have a lot of success. So for me, it was just wrestle, get better. Wrestle, get better. Regardless what happened on the weekend, wrestle, get better. Lose, get better. Win, get better, right? And we kind of talk about that a lot as our club, like, hey, whether you win or lose out here, on Monday we're going to go back to wrestling practice. We're going to sit in front of the whiteboard, and we're going to figure out what we did well and didn't do well, and then we're going to get to practice and we're going to get better, right? And so that mindset, that culture is so, I think, instilled at the highest level, and it's truly fun to be a part of, right? It's truly fun to be around like-minded, high-level thinkers in this, and just excited to see the development of what PNL becomes and what it brings to the sport. And I truly believe, right, it's changing the game for the future, for the better.
Well, I know PNL, and they're right. They're lucky to have you. I appreciate your friendship and some of the other things you've helped me with. And I'll see you in Vegas in a couple weeks.
Let's go. Look forward to it.